from the lower to the higher chakras. You're invoking Shakti from the pituitary to come down to awaken that energy, and then you are trying to urge that energy to go straight to the pineal point after penetrating each chakra individually. That is the starting. And then one can also do the same kind of sadhana with a partner. The idea is to first arouse the sexual energy in both the partners, and then you channelize it directly from the physical to the subtle, from the subtle to the causal. It can finally, at the end, like Shiva, Parvati, all these depictions on Khajuraho temple are all images of Shiva. So it goes into a dual samadhi. Both Shiva and Parvati, they go into samadhi and they become one. Physically separate, but spiritually one. That is the union. That is actually union. Otherwise, what's happening is, Guruji used to say, it doesn't sound nice, but he says even in every family, what's happening is just masturbation in the vagina. That's all. It's nowhere near a union. There's no union at all. So, what is happening is it's just releasing, giving a kind of a temporary physical sensation, after which you are tired and you go to sleep. But the idea is that this union will take you into a spiritual union, into samadhi. So first, children of that age group have to learn the basics about this science, the science of energy, theoretically. And then they start to look at their own bodies, explore that potential, to see what's happening inside, and then learn to transform the energy. That's all. And once they start, they will feel the energy, the higher chakra, especially at that age, 13, 14. If you start at 35, 40, then a lot of the energy has been wasted, and the energy is now have got used to working the lower chakra. It becomes more difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. But at that age, when the break-even point has not been reached, you see the energy of people before puberty. You see the energy of the children. They will make their elders crazy with their energy. The mental energy, the power to remember, the intellectual energy, the emotional energy, the physical energy, and everything starts to break down once they are 13, 14. The boy develops his sexual energy and his sexual awareness. The girl starts to have a cycle, and you see the energy going down and down and down. Physical, mental, it's more tired, absent-minded, mentally unsure, confused. Again, nobody to talk to. Somebody has to be there just to clear the idea, to make him or her feel guilt-free. At the same time, to give him another concept of freedom. And for some people, releasing this energy randomly, that whenever you feel like sex, it's like urination. You go over there and do it. That's not freedom. You are becoming a slave. When it comes to sex, you're becoming a slave. Freedom comes when you are able to channelize it upwards. Then freedom comes. Freedom of character, freedom of mind, freedom of spirituality, freedom of openness. Then freedom comes. So you have to explain this. And one class won't do. Repeatedly you have to do. And this is not only like you're leading a very concretized life from building to building. And in one class you are having this class on sexuality. That won't do. It's a way of life. It has to be in an open energy atmosphere. Open sky, trees, rivers, gardens, like an ashram kind of an atmosphere. Because exposure continuously with the earth, with nature. a happy, peaceful, relaxed atmosphere is essential. Not only to learn about sex, also to learn about science, also to learn about literature, also to learn about language, also to learn about history. Whatever you want to learn, that learning atmosphere cannot be confined in a classroom. I mean, if it is confined in a classroom, and if you've laid out conditions, then whatever I'm teaching, you have to appear for an exam with this, and numbers will be given to you, or grades will be given to you, and according to that, your career will be dependent on that. Then finish. You're not educating that person. You're threatening him. That's what I was telling also, because there was a time when we were talking about also education in the Satsang, and I said, look, the Satsang had started at 6 o'clock, no? 6 o'clock. 6:30. And now it is 8:30. 2 hours. So many people are sitting here, enjoying every moment. Nobody is restless. Nobody is saying, when we will have a break after. No. Why? Because there is no pressure on them to perform. There is no pressure on them to memorize. There is no pressure on them that you have to appear for exams with this information that Maharaj is giving you. And on that depends everything, on that exams, the grades that you get. Whether you get into a good college or whether you will get a good job, everything depends. If that was the condition, then they would not have enjoyed. After half an hour, they would have asked for breaks. But they're enjoying because there is freedom here. Take it or don't take it, let's participate. We are laughing, we are joking, we are playing, we are talking, very serious stuff. We are dealing deeply. But there is a energy, a dynamic energy of love, of search, of exploring. That atmosphere has to be there. Not only when you are teaching about sex, about everything. When we are trying to understand together, it's not like somebody knows more and he is giving and I am taking. When we are trying to understand the mysteries of life together, we're exploring together. Maybe I have a few years of more experience, so I am sharing my experience with you. And I also want to share your experience. If that is the level of communication, then something can be learned, something can be imbibed, something can be inspired for the children. So it's not only a classroom, it is also sexual, especially when we are talking about sex, the body, food and everything, we are also involving him or her in a way of life, a lifestyle. That is very important.